Today's video with the yoga ball is going to be teaching you how to do a cartwheel. Or a little backwards. Or a little more interesting. So, not everyone as we get a little older is used to doing the cartwheels. The yoga ball is a really good way to teach that, because obviously you saw the cartwheel I was doing is pretty bad. My legs are bent, my body's bent, but I'm just trying to float on the ball. And the idea being my belly is keeping that connection on the ball. So to do this, when I do the cartwheel, I want my hands to the side, just like you kind of would do a cartwheel normally. I'm going to lay my weight on the ball and then spin around it. Now, as I get more comfortable with that, I want to put a little more tension in my body and lift my legs up and my feet up. A little higher, until I can get much higher. And that's really going to take a little bit of time. So if you need to pause the video and practice that for a while to build that confidence, that's a really good spot to stick around at. Okay, so you can see this move is going to take up a fair amount of room. And then we're going to be doing some switches, which is a lot more dynamic. So although the initial cartwheel thing is somewhat simple, the switches is where it gets a little bit more mind-bending and takes up a lot more space. And that also increases the risk of falling off. So you got to, again, watch the space, make sure you have a nice flat surface, nothing in the area that you're going to bump into. Okay, so let's try to do 5 cartwheels on each side, there and back. So hand on the floor. I'm going to go right hand, left leg, right leg. And then the opposite on the way back. There's one. I'm going to switch my angle so you can see a little differently. Ready? Right hand, right hand on the way back. Each time I do it, I'm going to try and go a little bit higher and put a little bit more weight on my hands and a little bit more weight on my upper chest on the ball. Let's go 2 more. Good. Obviously tuck the shirts in. And then let's get one more, because we're going to go a little higher on that one if we can help it. Okay? The challenge is don't go so high you let go of the ball. Alright? Oh, and then we got to go back. So having that chest and the ball is going to be pretty important for that. If you're comfortable to move on, we're going to do it. If you need more practice, go practice some more and then come back to the video later. But now we're doing the switches. So we're going to do, the first one is more like hopping over a fence, where you put your hands on the fence and you're going to jump over it. I put my hand down, other hand down, hips up, and I sit through onto the ball. That was a little bit slow. I'm going to go a little bit faster. So you want to sit facing the direction you start at. Okay? So again, hands down, hips up, and then switch through. Okay? Now that one I kind of went up and then rolled back sideways. Sometimes you're going to come forward a little bit. This one I'll go forward. And that comes with that hand on the floor that you're pushing off. Okay. Let's try the other side. I definitely do more on this side than this side, but it's good practice. Up, and then switch through. Okay? Up, kick that bottom leg through. Okay, if you can get that stall position, it's going to help you a lot. One more time. Up, kick the bottom leg through so you can sit on the ball. If you want to make it a little, actually, sorry, I'm going to show you a different angle, just in case you need a little bit of extra help. Up, kick the leg through. Up, kick the leg through. Okay? It might seem like a lot, kind of like when you're spinning a bow staff, but once you start getting just like 1 or 2, it clicks right away. Okay? So it just takes a little practice. If you got to stay low, and just use your hands to shuffle on the ground a little bit. Again. And you just got to watch you stay connected to the ball. I didn't mention before, but if you wear clothing that's a little slippery, like some like yoga pants, you might slide off the ball. So keep that in mind. Something that just has a little bit of texture or grip will help a lot. Now we're doing to the backwards or reverse switch. So instead of sitting through or switching through, now we're going to be doing the reverse of that. So up, And now I'm facing the opposite direction. Back in. I'm going to go my cartwheel, up, whoop, almost went the opposite wrong way. Up, switch, and then come back. Again, when you're going, if I go to this side, it means my outside leg is going to kick underneath me. Up, and kick through. If I go this way, outside leg goes underneath. Up, and kick through. Watch your balance. Had a wide base there. Up, and through. Up, and through. Okay? So you got a couple of fun videos to do there with a lot of switching and kind of that remedial cartwheel. So start with the cartwheel. As you get more comfortable, start progressing to low switches and then get some higher switches. Okay? Remember to keep in contact with the ball and watch your surroundings. Okay? Pretty soon we got the rear wall coming. Okay? So keep your eyes open for that. Okay? See you guys.